Hey, it's Ivan from the EV Stock channel here, and today we're looking at Tesla's global sales numbers from a record-breaking Q3. But before we begin, thank you to all the Patreons that make these episodes possible, along with Bradford Ferguson and Andrew Green for your generous support. And remember, everything here is opinion only and not financial advice, so let's get into it. Starting off in China, where Tesla delivered a further 11.3 thousand Model 3s in the month of September, taking the quarterly total to a record 34,181. This was an impressive feat, as multiple Twitter sources reported that the factory was shut down for 10 days in September as Tesla prepared to add a third shift, and demand in China seems to be absolutely skyrocketing as Tesla reduced the price of the China-made Model 3 by a further 10%. So with a potential third shift starting in October, and talk of Model Y starting production in Q4, 50,000 sales is not out of the question for this quarter. Moving on to Europe, in Q3, Tesla delivered 23,700 Model 3s to Europe, which is right on average for quarterly deliveries. So let's have a look at some of the key European markets. Starting off in the UK, which again led the European market with another new record, 5,690 Model 3 deliveries. And some interesting things are happening in the UK market. When comparing September of 2020 to September of 2019, overall car sales are down 4.4%. Diesel cars are down 38.4%, while sales of new electric vehicles have gone from 3.7% to 10.5%. So we're seeing the EV revolution really play out in the UK. And what was the best-selling EV in the United Kingdom? Of course, the Tesla Model 3. Now, moving on to Germany, and Model 3 sales are really starting to pick up, with record deliveries in both August and September, giving Germany a record number of deliveries in Q3 with 5,755. And we could see the momentum all the way through 2020, as the German government is offering a €6,000 rebate for the purchase of electric vehicles, along with some other incentives. And not to mention, as Tesla's Berlin factory gets closer to completion, interest in Tesla will likely grow, which is only likely to fuel more sales. Two other countries that broke quarterly delivery records are Italy, along with Denmark, while Switzerland and Austria each had strong delivery numbers. Meanwhile in France, Model 3 deliveries were steady, and when we look at the top-selling EVs, the French-made Renault Zoe and the Peugeot 208 have absolutely been dominating. But the really good news out of France is that 1 out of every 10 new cars sold in September was a plug-in, so it's great to see another large European market quietly making the transition to EVs. While in Norway, Model 3 delivery numbers seem to be picking up after declining for 5 straight quarters. But there's some exciting news coming out of Norway, in which EVs made up 81% of new car purchases in September. And remember, as of 2025, Norway will ban the sale of ICE vehicles. And think about this, why would anyone want to buy an ICE car in Norway? I mean, where are you going to fill up? Gas stations are closing or converting to charging stations. The way things are shaping out, we may soon see range anxiety for combustion engine vehicles. Now onto the final European country, the Netherlands, and as expected, we are seeing a drop-off in sales as most Model 3's deliveries occurred in Q3 and Q4 of 2019, while there were higher incentives. But make no mistake about it, I have read that EVs now make up 1 in 4 cars on the roads in the Netherlands, which is one of the highest percentages outside of Norway. And who is leading the way? Well, you guessed it, the Tesla Model 3. And have a look at this. Look who's in 5th place. That's right, a Chinese-made SAIC MG ZS. So it's interesting to see the Chinese-made EVs hitting the roads in Europe. So that's a quick summary of Q3 deliveries. China is absolutely killing it, while in Europe, the UK, Germany, Italy and Denmark are all setting quarterly delivery records. Thank you to Arnaldus, Pete, Oscar and Lee for your support on Patreon. So till next time, I'll catch you guys soon.